Well, here you are, 17 years old, platinum album. Did that single go platinum?
Yes. The single went
Platinum
platinum.
single. Plus, on that album, you got Understanding, Love on My Mind, other big songs. You're a teenager, and now suddenly you're really like in the music business with a hit album and hit songs. Like, how does that feel at that age?
I mean, it was amazing. New for me. I felt like a superhero. I will not lie. I mean, it was just um beyond what I could imagine the business would be like. I mean, it was great to be in the business because I wanted to be there, but it also was a lot of work, and I think for us, for Xscape, when we came out, we did so much work in our first year and we didn't really get paid. So it kind of like drained us. It kind of made us like, we felt we appreciated, where we had made it to, but we felt like we had really, really worked hard for it. I mean, I don't know if a lot of other artists did had the same, same thing about like we did, like work like night and day, all week long and not, for free. But we did a lot of, it was like, oh, it's promotion. Like, dang, when is we gonna get paid? Like, we want to make some money. Like, dang, we tired. Like, we want to go to sleep. So it's just like, it was we felt like we worked for it. We worked hard.
Well, there's a platinum album, but you guys are a brand new group, so usually those deals are not the best in the beginning.
Yeah.
And there's 4 members, and there's managers, and there's the label, and everything else like that. Like, at what point did the money start to come? Was it a while?
It was a while. And, I mean, I say, like, to us, when you're not used to making any money, well, for a long time, like I said, we did so much promotion that we didn't make any money. It was a long time before we really got to see any money for real. I don't know how long. I'd say at least a year. But I mean, you may need one of the other girls to tell you, but I say it was too long for me. And it's the reason why I say to, a lot of artists, even my artists, I just tell them, like, it's imperative that we try to learn the business so we'll know what we're dealing with as we're going. Because who knows if we were really supposed to do so much promotion that we never got paid. We don't even know how to check if the money was really flowing through or it really was promotion. And so we had all the people working for us and they would tell us like, look, let us handle the business and you just be an artist. You see what I'm saying? And we were like, yeah, they got us, And I just think that it was just the dumbest thing to do. So, we learned the hard way, but I think that's imperative that you learn what's going on, what you're doing, what you're getting yourself into while you're doing it.
Well, right, because you got to understand that back then you needed a major label to really have a chance to do anything.
Yeah.
There was no YouTube, there was no SoundCloud. You could not really independently make any sort of mark back then. You needed that machine to really even make minimum wage.
Right, you had to have it. It's no other way.
Yeah. So then the second album comes out, Off the Hook.
Yes.
And that goes platinum again.
Yes.
And Who Can I Run To is on that album.
Yes. Who Can I Run To is on that album. Do You Want To is on that album. Feel So Good is on that album. Those are the singles on that album. I think Run to the Arms is on. No, that might be on the third album. I don't know. I'm getting mixed up. But either way, it's my favorite album of all our albums.
Well, I mean, I think that Who Can I Run To is probably, I mean, in my opinion, Xscape's best song.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Well, I think in terms of a timeless song,
yeah.
Just Kicking It is dope, but I kind of feel like that's a record that was really, it was that era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was really kind of personified that era, whereas Who Can I Run To is sort of just a timeless ballad.
Timeless ballad, yeah. I feel that. I'm with that too. I think Understanding also had its own moment where it touched a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So Understanding, but that was on our first album. So it was another big song coming after Just Kicking It. It was another they really got talent. you know.
Right. And Organized Noise actually did one of the tracks on that album.
Yes, they Organized Noise did Tonight and another song on the album as well. I think Understanding was done by Jermaine and Emmanuel Lewis.
Mm-hmm. And that was right around the same time that Waterfalls came out by TLC, which they produced.
Yes, exactly.
So they were on fire at that point.
They were. There's some good producers. They were good.
Okay. Now, the album comes out in 1995. A couple years later, Biggie starts to blow up. Well, Biggie had already blown up and did really well. And there was that song, Dreams, where he dissed you guys.
Right.
And here we go in 1997. There's this huge vibe party in LA. And Biggie is there.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, he tried to approach you guys to apologize.
So he did. And so there was a couple times after the Dream song that we had a couple shows, and he would be, Jermaine would be like, yo, Biggie wants to see y'all. He wants to talk to y'all. And, some of the girls was like, no, I don't remember, I just remember us not really wanting to deal with him. Like, we don't want to talk to him, but man, And then, at the vibe party, he was there and someone came to us. Biggie wanted to speak to us. And, Candy was like, I'm not going over there. I don't want to talk to him. And I was just like, all right, I'll go over there. So I went. And he basically apologized and said he was, he apologized for saying that he thought we were beautiful. And that, he was just like, he was like, I'm an ugly motherfucker and I ain't had no business talking about nobody, And we laughed and he gave it, we hugged or whatever. And it was all good. And then,
Well, yeah, and then, maybe 30 minutes later, he gets murdered.
Like, it was crazy. So, and I just know for Candace, she was like, dang, I should have said something.
Right. I mean, when you heard that news, considering you had just talked to him, like, right before, like, how did you feel?
Well, it was crazy. It was, like, so real. Like, so, just trying to, like, I just felt like I was just glad that I got a chance to, like, even say anything. And speak to him. We got a chance to talk. And, he got a chance to tell me how he felt. He apologized and it went all good.
Well, right, because Jermaine Dupri had been working with him, right? Because the Brat showed up on that song with him.
Right, him and Jermaine were always still friends. They were cool, and Jermaine would always try to get us to try to talk to him, He'd be like, he wants to talk to y'all. He loves y'all music. And we were like, no. And so, that's how that happened. And that happened for years. And then we got to see him at the vibe party.
Yeah, rest in peace. One of the greatest ever, even to this day. Oof. Okay, so then the next album, Traces of My Lipstick.
Traces of My Lipstick.
And that had The Arms of the One Who Loves Me.
Yes. You like that song, The Arms of the One Who Loves You? I just love the fact that we got to work with Diane Warren. I mean, like, she's a mega songwriter, and she was writing songs for all the major artists at the time, and we wanted to be a part of that, and we finally got to work with her. It was just amazing time for us. We really felt like we were growing, like we had really made it at this point.
Right. Babyface did some production on it.
Yes. So...
Keith Sweat as well.
Keith Sweat was on. Yes, he was. What song was that? The song we did with this group. Yeah, but he's definitely on there.
He did Am I Dreaming?
Yes, Am I Dreaming?
So this album goes platinum once again. You guys are 3 for 3.
Yeah, 3 for 3. Yeah, this album took us a little minute to go platinum because we kind of broke up in the middle and right at the beginning of this album coming out. So we had to find a way to get back on the road to kind of promote this album, even though we were no longer together as a foursome. And so what we did was we ended up just trying to get back together in different ways, different times with different members. and going out there doing promotion, different places, and getting that album to 1 million sales. So and then we did.